Warning. The following content that you about to receive is two motherfuckers in here cussing. If your ignorant ass kids that found this fucking podcast and you don't know how to do the parental settings of this shit, that's shame on you as a parent. You gotta do better. Viewer discretion is advised, motherfucker.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
Yes, sir.
Are we recording right now?
Yes, we are. I remember to hit record in my own studio. Just not at Kazi Society.
Just not at Kazi Society. Were we supposed to go there tomorrow?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't schedule nothing.
Okay. Hey, y'all not ready for this one, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm not ready for this one.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready for I literally have so I got the listener comments.
Right.
I got the listener comments.
That's good enough.
It.
That's good enough.
That's about it.
We doing it the way we used to do it,
Yes, sir.
In the Castrol Syntec studios. Castrol Syntec studios live.
Live and in person, man.
Live and in person, just like it used to be.
Just like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? We got out of the frills. We went back underground.
Underground, man. Hey, man. Hey.
The Miz just walked in and said, "Hi, motherfucker, rated R."
What's up, Miz?
That you better not be influencing him to do bad stuff, the hood rat shit with his friend.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I take so people, if you couldn't hear, she said that I'm doing hood rat stuff. I no longer participate in the hood rat authorities of the United States of America.
You know what it smells like in this room?
What does it smell like?
What does it smell like?
Like hood rat shit with your friend.
I was not expecting her to say that.
Call your mom and you going to bed.
She said, "I'm going to bed with no dinner."
Right, with no dinner. How does that work?
We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giants, we want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. For you, nigga. For you, nigga.
We take what we want. We the realest in the business. We want the gold, sucker.
Hulk Hogan,
We coming for you, no. We take what we want. We the realest in the business. We want the gold, sucker.
Hulk Hogan,
We coming for you, no. We take what we want. We the realest in the business. We want the gold, sucker.
Hulk Hogan,
We coming for you, no. We take what we want. We the realest in the business. We want the gold, sucker.
Hulk Hogan,
We coming for you, no. Coming for you, no.
For you guys.
Yes, sir. We are back. We are back in the Castrol Syntec Studios, St. Louis, Missouri. Man, we listen. This might be a shit show.
No, it's gonna be a shit show.
But we gonna make it work, man.
We have partaked in drink of the evening. Shout out to Operation X, if you know who Operation X is.
Yes,
I know it's KS. Drink of the evening.
KS.
Uncle Nearest, 1884.
Yes, sir.
Do your research on it. I think we talked about this before, but it's almost
black owned.
It's black owned, and
also it just got rated the best whiskey in America.
It says smoothest whiskey in Tennessee, but it's the best whiskey in America.
In America, Craig.
And shout out to the person from California who whoever made that, we just indulged, and that's really good too.
We ain't gonna tell you that. But I am RVS, man. You can find me at FrenchIce06. It's FRANCHICE06. And my partner that you can't see because we ain't on video.
We're not on video today, but damn, I gotta get ready for that. I still a little gimmick. I got still a little gimmick.
You still got the gimmick.
You can get ready to watch your ear holes, y'all. It's good old rated R. You can find me on all social media platforms at R8TED_R.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So make sure that y'all follow us on all the WeCominForYouCast platforms.
Are you gonna be able to tell them where? Because yes.
So we got the WCFY cast on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
That's correct.
We got the We Coming For You Wrestling Cast fans Facebook page. Make sure you get in there, tap in.
That's right.
And we got the email.
Okay.
We got WeComingForYouCast at gmail.com. And last but not least, we got ProWrestlingBlack.org. And actually, we just had the anniversary of ProWrestlerBlack.org just came up recently because I just had to pay for that motherfucker.
I owe you. I need to owe you. I'll send you money, man.
No.
You bought it the first time.
No, it's $14 a year. It don't matter. All right, so check this out, y'all, man. We got some listener comments from the last episode that we did. Actually, the last couple episodes that we did. So I got to holler at our boy Manny Simpson.
Oh, that boy.
Our boy Manny Simpson before we go in, man. Check this out. So Manny was the one last time that said that what did he say? He said
we was caping.
We was caping for the white man.
For the white man.
Yeah, we was caping for the white man. That's right.
Wait a minute, man. That was some egregious ass shit you just said there, man. How we caping for the white man?
How y'all so down with wrestling, but y'all caping for the white man? That's what he said. That's what he said. That's crazy. So actually, Manny answered Scott said caping how? He answered us right as we were recording the last episode.
He did.
So I said, caping for white man, how so? He said, the Ric Flair is your white daddy. I said, hey man, you gotta take that up with I guess Boogie D.
Yeah.
Boogie D said that. Now Manny Simpson then said, yeah, but y'all was cool signing it though. Y'all was cool signing it though. Manny, I ain't gonna lie. That is a phenomenal fucking comeback.
That was very good. Very, very phenomenal. Yes.
So then to that, I said, check our next episode for a reply. Because we had already recorded the episode when he replied. So he heard the episode. I had another one of these RVS rants where I was like, hey, man. Fuck you, man.
Fuck you, man. Yeah.
So Manny replied to that and said, hey, simmer down, fellas. I'm not charging your blackness, but that Ric Flair daddy thing was real star. YouTube blocked it out, so I don't know.
Oh.
It was, I guess it's real shit you gotta say, right?
Right.
I know it was a guess, but y'all were in on it too. It's fine. We can all
wait a minute.
Hold on, wait. He said we can all shuck and jive for the white man every now and then.
Okay, see, nah, you went a little too far saying some shit like that. Whatever the fuck your name is.
Manny Simpson.
I'm sorry. Man, that was wrong, man. Trying to say we caping, we was in on. How the fuck we in on something? We didn't even know this motherfucker was gonna be on the show. How the fuck we in on it, Manny D?
So that's the thing. I was just like, yo, because we weren't. Hey man, this is another grown man that said that Ric Flair is his white daddy.
That's what he said.
What we supposed to say?
That shit is funny.
Man, that shit was hilarious. That's why we were laughing at it. It's funny. Wait, man, are you so pro-black that you can't laugh at the irony of a black man saying that Ric Flair is his white daddy?
That's some funny shit.
Even on the Hulk Hogan shit when he said he wasn't mad at him, I said, hey man, the motherfucker said he was racist.
He did to a point. That's what racist is. That's what Hulk Hogan said.
He said he was racist to a point, but I'm shit. Boogie D's hilarious, man. What the fuck we gonna say to him?
That shit was funny, man. That was a little too much of a stretch, Manny, man. Come on, man. But thanks for listening. We appreciate you listening to the show.
Yeah, Manny, thanks for still listening. And apparently Manny be active on all the other shows, man. I heard a commentary talking about that as well. He be active on their show. So hey, Manny, for real, man. Hey, stay active on the network, bro. Keep watching it, keep listening, keep subscribing, man. We happy to hear you. We happy to see you here. And also, man, hey, just keep bringing the smoke, man. It gives us something else to talk about.
Yeah, we like that.
I'm sorry to expose the business brother on communications.
Expose the business brother. I like what the old school say. The old school, the old hair wrestlers like, you're exposing the business brother.
Back in my day, you didn't do no 30-minute Broadway, brother. Back in my day,
30-minute Broadway.
Back in the day, the motherfuckers in the locker room had knives, brother.
Apparently they had Glocks too, which we gonna get into later on, y'all.
Apparently they still got Glocks. But we gonna move on to the next listener comment. So we had a bunch of comments on the last video that we did. The one about AEW. Should AEW start a new Monday Night War? So we got Maurice Doss.
What's up, Maurice Doss?
YouTube. What up,
What's
Maurice?
up, man? What up?
He said, that's not a good decision. You seen what happened to WCW. WWE has bigger venues, ratings, and money.
Okay, y'all, this is the only and only reason I said that because it was a good topic I heard on the Keeping It 100 podcast with Conan and D.I. and JoJo, the producer. It just, to me, it made a lot of sense. what Disco's point was. He said Raw's not doing well right now. Now the draft might change that, but he said Raw's not doing well right now. And he said the best time to go after a wounded dog is now. That's basically what he was saying.
Right. Absolutely.
And I mean, to me, it made sense because, like, okay, it's 2 million people watching wrestling on a given Monday night.
Yep.
Like, okay, what better way to go after those 2 million? Really, it's 2 million people watching wrestling, period. So, what good way to get that would to find out who is more superior would be to go head to head with Raw.
Right.
I agree with that. Because competition creates the best form of anything. So I thought it was a good idea at the time. D, I agree with you. Now I don't agree with everything you say, but I agree with you on that one.
Shout out to Disco on that one, man. I think I said the last time, man. I think that it's good that they keep their audiences separate and shit like that, just because. AEW has, I think they've been the number one show in cable 5 weeks in a row.
That's true.
Dynamite has been 5 weeks. Rampage has been 2 weeks in a row. They ain't gonna do that going against WWE or going against Raw. Right. So they tried to, like with NXT, they tried to do it. NXT was consistently getting like 600. They was consistently getting 8. So since they moved away from being headed, since NXT moved, AEW has consistently been getting 1 million people watching.
Right. Yep.
So it's like you can't beat that. Nope. Also, I will say to the subject of competition, if you notice, Vince has been actually throwing some shit out there. Now, a lot of people I am the AEW shill of the show, but I will say that when cats are comparing the ratings for Raw and like Dynamite and shit, cats are a little bit disingenuous on that shit, man. They be like, "Oh man, AEW beat Raw in the ratings." No. Let's chill out. They didn't beat Raw in the ratings. They beat Raw in the demographic, the 18 to 49 demographic. Right. There's still more people watching Raw. Right. Flat out.
That's true. That is true.
So I understand what people are trying to do. They trying to build the competition.
Right.
Apparently it's working because Vince is doing some crazier shit, man.
SmackDown's looking good right now.
SmackDown is looking really good.
Really good, man. I'm eager. Hopefully that translates over to Raw, but SmackDown's looking really good.
We'll see, especially with the draft. We'll talk about the draft a little bit later on, but hopefully with the draft, man, we kind of see things shuffling around, especially like we talk about the networks a lot of the time. Fox and USA are both like, look, y'all got to rebalance these shows.
Right.
That's why they have it. I mean, they had the draft every year, but that's why they having the draft for real.
Right.
Because the networks are like, yo, Raw is weak.
Right.
And then they send Roman to Raw, and Fox is like, hold on.
Right.
What y'all doing on SmackDown?
Bring his ass back over here. Yep.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. I thought he was going to go to Raw because I thought they was going to flip it. To me, it's funny that the Universal Champion is getting defended on Raw because Universal is USA and NBC.
Exactly. That's why they started it originally.
Right, I thought so. Yeah,
That's exactly
I
why
thought it was going to have that big giant. Yeah, I know the Universal logo. The do 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 boom 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 boom. That's WWE, and they should play when they at the last boom boom. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
All right, man, we moving on. We're going to move on to the next listener comment. So we had a bunch of comments on the last episode. Shout out to the homeboy, Alley Oop.
Alley Oop. Hey, what's up, Alley Oop?
Alley Oop is out there. He said, thanks for the love, brothers. I don't watch wrestling much, but y'all make it funny. Now, I feel like that's a high compliment.
That's a very high compliment. Hey, I hope you listening tonight because this one you about to be laughing your ass off, especially for the next segment we got at the end. I'm laughing about that shit now.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So also he said, who is Project X that I'm a disciple of?
Oh,
and I'm like,
shit. He talking about Operation X?
He's talking about Operation X.
Oh, man. Hold on. I'm going to go ahead here. Give me a second, Alley-oop. You have to edit this because I'm loading music. Alley-oop, sir. I'm going to...
All I'm going to say is, Alley-oop, you know who we talking about. We just got to... As soon as
I'm not even... Hold on, because
I'm
I'm not going to say his name because I want the algorithm to get fucked up.
Exactly.
And shit like that. So I'm going to just play the music. And if you've heard this music before on a YouTube channel, do you know who it is?
Oh, Alley-oop, you know who that is.
You know who that is.
You know who that is. We call him Operation X because our numbers jumped up so much for the wrong reasons when we mentioned him on there.
I didn't say his name. And so if you've heard that music before, at fair use Fair use. I was using
use.
that as to prove a point.
Fair use.
With the content, because I'm just saying that I'm not going to say his name, because I don't want our algorithm to be fucked up if I say his name. And we on SOLC Network has been trying to continue to do this podcast without mentioning him.
Yes.
Of going off of his coattails, because he's doing a great. For a person we would not name,
yes.
he's doing a phenomenal job.
Doing
on
a
YouTube.
phenomenal job.
He's
on
got
YouTube,
over 100 million. He's got over not 100 million. He's got over 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, man, he doing his thing.
So we're not gonna say who it is. You heard the music. You know who. If you know, you know.
Right. If you know, you know.
So
and you know.
Yeah.
Alley-oop, you know.
Alley-oop, you know who that is.
You know.
Do you know who that is? high value man, and that's all. That's enough right there. That's all I gotta say.
I almost said that in the comments, like a very high value man that you know who I'm talking about. All right, man. We got one more comment. We got one shout out from the Dirty Heels podcast, man. They always show us some love, man. They got a dope ass podcast. 2 black dudes out of New York, man.
Okay.
Make sure you go listen to them as well.
Yeah.
So we got one more question from Lee's Roy.
Roy, what's up, man?
Yes, another frequent commenter. He doesn't watch wrestling either, but he said, one question for y'all. Appreciate the game y'all come out with. Why hasn't another big-time competitor raised a lot of money and really gave WWE a run for his money? I'm glad you came to this place, man.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, man.
That's a very good question.
That's a very good question. So there's, because you don't watch wrestling, we talked about this a few times, but there's another organization called AEW.
Yep.
You might have seen it. Lee's Roy.
Even hold on before. But we got to give credit to Impact.
For sure.
Because they were.
Yes.
They tried. They tried. And I thought they were going to until Hogan and Bischoff took them head to head on Monday nights. To me, I thought that was a mistake.
Yeah. For sure. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Now, Impact's whole thing was they were run by a person that didn't really know anything about wrestling. Dixie Carter, bless her heart, man.
Right. We met Dixie Carter.
The first Impact show that we went to, TNA back then, we went to TNA Lockdown out to St. Charles Arena. And dope pay-per-view, really dope pay-per-view. The first time Team 3D won the, I guess was it still NWA? No, it might not be.
No,
NWA
it wasn't.
anymore.
It was Impact. They switched everything over by that time.
Yeah. The first time that they won their tag team championships and all that. But walking around the arena after the show was this like older white woman.
Right.
And she was literally walking up to everybody and just like, yo, did you have a good time? How was the show? Did you like that?
Right.
And I turned to everybody. I was like, who the fuck was that? I was like, she was really nice. And my boy Tim was like, that was Dixie Carter.
We didn't even know.
Dixie Carter, after the show, was literally walking up to people and just like, how's it going? So first and foremost, for her not to be into wrestling, but be running the business and becoming, it was a pay-per-view.
Right.
But she's coming to all the shows.
Right.
And like,
I respect that.
Yeah, I respect that wholeheartedly.
That showed that she was invested into it. Like she really cared.
Exactly.
In my opinion,
Right.
Somebody may have not agree with me, but Vince McMahon ain't never walked through the halls of the Kill Center and say, "What you niggas doing?" and nothing like that. She ain't never.
Did you niggas like the show? What you think about Shawn Michaels? Did you like the song "Sexy Boy"? Huh? Did you? Huh?
This is gonna be us, huh? This is gonna be us for the whole episode, y'all.
We ain't nowhere. Hey, we sorry, Daryl. We sorry, man. We are sorry. Castrol Syntec Studios. It goes down to Castrol Syntec.
It goes down. But Lee's Roy, check this out, man. There's another organization called AEW. If you're into sports, Lee's Roy, so it's owned by one of the owners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Tony Khan. It's on TNT. It's actually Dynamite is about to move to TBS. Rampage still gonna be on TNT.
Right.
So it come on after NBA. It's come on a few times after NBA.
Yep,
So if you watch NBA on TNT, you'll probably see it there. You'll probably see it on TBS coming up pretty soon. There's a reality show of one of the executive vice presidents that my wife says looks like a magician. Him and his black wife, they got a reality show.
He does look like a magician, man. Can't you see him in the middle and then Fremont Street? Check out the ACE card, just an A card. Write down 7 numbers. 7 numbers. I guarantee you, I'm going to get you the number. Do you know what the number is? The letter K. How the fuck did you know that? I see where this show is going, y'all.
Hey. But now I actually kind of do want to see Cody Rhodes doing magic tricks on Fremont Street. in Vegas.
What the hell are you doing? Don't you supposed to be wrestling?
So moving on, I ain't got no news in front of me, but we just
Bro,
don't.
we out. Hey, y'all just got to bear with us with this one, man.
Hey, listen. Basically, RLD came to the crib. Was just like, "You want to do an episode?" I'm like, "Shit, let's get the mic set up. Let's do it."
Yeah.
Sorry, not to the crib, to Castrol Syntec Studios.
Let's get some news here, man. I'm looking over here, y'all.
I guess let's start the talk off with. There's been some very interesting weeks in wrestling with all the matches going on. Let's go all the way back to Raw, where, so we had Big E win the WWE title on Raw. Basically, 2 days after we said that Big E was going to be the next Black WWE champion.
We did say that. Hey, we get it right. Well, I think that was a good move. Mm-hmm. Raw, I think, they're feeling the pressure from USA. They want more They want more ratings. They want it to be better.
Yep.
I support it. Like, the show to me shouldn't be called Raw anymore because it's not Raw. It's medium rare. It's Monday night medium rare. It's not Raw.
Sometimes it's well done.
Yeah. Sometimes this shit is cooked.
It's crispy.
It's cooked. Yeah. Like Adrian Broner was saying, "Hey man, I ain't lying. I'm getting cooked. It's Monday Night Raw on an everyday basis, man." I'm happy to see that we got the Hurt Business coming back.
Yes.
Hopefully they do not get drafted.
They are.
They gonna get drafted.
They gonna get okay. So here's the thing. In order to bring Big E to Raw, so he called a shot. He had Money in the Bank. He was like, "Look, I'm cashing in on whoever wins between Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley."
Right.
He did that. They reunite the New Day.
Yeah. Because
New Day is on Raw.
Yeah.
They done already broke them niggas up in the draft.
Yeah, they did. New Day. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are on SmackDown now.
Yes.
Yeah. So why he broke them niggas up 2.0? Like he doing it. He got this whole thing with 2.0 now with NXT.
Yep, exactly.
Break these niggas up 2.0. That is the name of this episode.
Break these niggas up 2.0. That's what it is. Yep. That's exactly what the episode is. But yeah, man, and we jumping around a little bit. We jumping back to the draft, but Hurt Business don't stand a chance.
No,
bro.
they don't. No.
Bobby going to SmackDown. Them niggas staying on Raw.
Yeah, they staying on Raw. They're gonna be the painful business because they're not gonna be Hurt Business. They're gonna be the painful business.
Oh, so let's talk about the name Hurt Business for a while. So you saw the Bobby Lashley, Stone Cold Steve Austin Broken Skull
sessions. That was a very good show. I implore y'all to check that out.
Man, very good show. But one of the biggest takeaways that I have from that show was just people don't give Bobby Lashley the credit for his wrestling mind. You know what I'm saying? Like people see Bobby Lashley, we know he's been Impact World Champion. He's been in MMA. He's won some fights. But he talked about that one fight that they took away from him.
Right.
But,
that one guy.
Yeah. But he talked about how Hurt Business was his idea.
Oh.
Hurt Business was his idea.
I thought that was MVP's idea.
No, it was his idea. So basically, the idea of the Hurt Business, he got it from I forget what team he was with.
Okay.
What Bobby Lashley was with in MMA, but he got that from his team.
Okay.
And he basically got their blessing to use it because they used the Hurt Business already.
Okay.
But when MVP came back at the Rumble, he went to MVP and he was just like, "Hey, I got this idea for a group,
right?
But the leader / manager of the group is a mixture. What did he say? A mixture between Don King. What did he say?
Floyd Mayweather?
No, he said Don King. Somebody else, Suge Knight.
Oh shit!
And he was like, bro, you got to be that dude. That's all three of those cats.
Shit.
So the whole Hurt Business and MVP basically like going up to each one of them and being like, "Hey man, you want to make some money?"
Right.
That was Lashley's idea.
Oh shit.
Because Lashley also said, "Okay, we got MVP. He's
right.
the leader,
right.
the for real leader." He was like, "You got me. I'm gonna be the big pissed off dude, chip on my shoulder."
Right.
He was like, "We got to have another veteran that can go."
Right.
He was like, "That's why we got Shelton." And he said, "We got to have a young boy."
Right. That's why I was about to say Kenny King. Shout out to you, Kenny King.
Yeah, shout out to Kenny King too, man.
Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, Cedric Alexander. So he actually said that the reason why they put Ricochet and Apollo Crews in the storyline as well, because Bobby was like, "I want all three of them."
Yeah.
He was like, "I'm trying to get all three of them."
That would have been dope.
Yeah. He was like, he wanted to get all three of them. His next tier was like, he wanted Apollo Crews. specifically.
They was gonna have like that would have been a state. That would have been the Nation of Domination.
That would have been the Nation of Domination, right? But he was just basically like, so what he did was when they didn't let Apollo join, and that's when he was like, hey man, you should do like a whole Nigerian thing.
Right.
And that's why Apollo
Bobby did that too?
Bobby did that
man,
too.
Shout out to you, Bobby, man.
No,
Helping these cats out.
Yes, people aren't getting a view of Bobby Lashley's wrestling mind,
Right.
I had no idea.
I had no idea either.
Yeah, when he started breaking it down, I'm like, yo.
That's crazy.
I feel like that's why he was WWE champion for so long.
Yeah.
Because he came to Vince with some ideas and then the shit's worked.
Yeah. And you saw they brought the Hurt Business back together,
They brought the Hurt Business back. MVP. So they gave him a kayfabe injury. As they said, he got a rib injury.
Right. It's his knee. He had knee surgery.
So his knee has been fucked up. That's why he ain't been wrestling.
Right.
Apparently MVP found out about the fake rib injury when the rest of us did.
Oh, shit.
When they put it on social media, he said, well, shit, since I got this rib injury that's got me out indefinitely,
I'm going to get this knee together. Shout out to you, MVP, man. You the real MVP.
Yes, literally the real MVP, man. Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Shelton, Cedric, all of them, man.
All of them, man.
Yeah, that's one big tidbit about the Hurt Business.
That's
but
what's up.
we also had, what did we have? We had Roman. So first we had New Day versus the Bloodline on Raw.
Okay.
And then Bobby Lashley came out and whooped everybody's ass. Beat everybody's ass because he was mad.
Right.
So first of all, hold on, let me rewind.
Okay.
I had to say that the booking of the match with Big E and Bobby Lashley. So first it was Bobby Lashley versus Randy Orton.
Okay.
Of course, Matt Riddle's out there.
Right.
He beats Randy Orton.
Right.
Bobby Lashley then proceeds to beat Riddle and Randy Orton's ass so much that he hurt his own knee.
He hurt his own knee. Matt, I know you enjoyed Bobby Lashley beating the shit out of Matt Riddle in wrestling.
Yes.
I know you enjoyed that.
Yep.
I would like to see them in MMA fight. You know what? There's a huge Vince has some MMA women and men in WWE where he could, if he wanted to put up a cage up and really do well. No, that won't work. Bro. I forgot. Damn, he read my mind fast. I was like, nah, that's not a good idea. That didn't work. That was Brawl for All. Yeah, cancel that, man. Vince, don't listen to me, man.
He got Bart Gunn ass. Mollywopped.
Why ain't Butterbean going there and whoop his ass like that? Butterbean knocked his ass out.
Butterbean was like, this ain't kayfabe.
This ain't kayfabe.
You think you gonna make me look bad on TV?
I would have like, hey, man, can I just go for the WWE Championship? Can I just go for the Can I go for the European Championship? I don't want to fight this motherfucker Butterbean, dog. He gonna knock my ass out. No, get out there. Get out there and take with grace for the brass ring. I heard there was I don't know what podcast I heard this on, but I heard there was rumors where, in gorilla position where they put the monitors out and watch everything. They say it was standing room only to watch Billy. Who was it? Bart Gunn.
Bart Gunn. Yeah.
Oh, I believe it. I heard it was best. And I heard when he got knocked out. Bart, you're the MVP for taking on a fight with Butterbean. You shouldn't have did that shit, dog.
He was on Dark Side of the Ring. He was just like, hey.
How much did he get paid? Did we know the number that he got paid for that?
I don't know. They might have said it on Dark Side of the Ring. But
was that fight was that sanctioned by any boxing affiliation?
That's the thing. It had to be. That was back in the days when WWF was actually sanctioned.
Yeah.
When it would come up, when they were here in St. Louis, they'd come over to Intercom and be like, this event is sanctioned by the Missouri Athletic Commission.
What the fuck?
Fuck yeah. It was like... And back then, I was like, "Oh, okay, that's weird,
right?
It's not a sport, but
right?
Okay.
But all right,
yeah, man. So we had Bloodline versus New Day, just a match. Bobby Lashley beat all their ass. Main event of Raw that week. We get Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, and Big E in a triple threat, man.
It's gonna be a good match, man.
Yeah, no, that was a good match. That already happened. That already happened.
You can't beat that. Hey, the resurgence of the African American talent in WWE right now.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, hey man, Vince. So this has been a big thing between AEW and WWE. Like a lot of people, and this is what we were talking about the ratings and shit like that. So AEW have been beating WWE in the demo for like 2 weeks.
Okay,
so of course, all the people that worry about ratings are like, oh, AEW's on a winning streak. I'm like, nigga, chill. Like, no, that's not what we're talking about.
Right.
The first week that Raw beat AEW in the demographic was that week with Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, and Big E in a triple threat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty good though.
I'm just saying, right?
Yeah,
right.
that's pretty solid.
That's pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
Yeah.
What you gonna
can't.
do?
You gotta get that credit. You gotta get that credit.
Now, right after that,
Right.
the Wednesday after that, Dynamite ran Dynamite Grand Slam. So their first show in New York, the first show in New York, it was at Arthur Ashe Stadium, Tennis Stadium in Queens, right?
Right.
It holds, what does it hold? Like 20,000 people, I think. It holds 20,000 people. Had AEW Grand Slam. So they basically had a Grand Slam event. Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson in a dream match.
That is a dream match.
And they opened the show with it.
Right.
Listen, Dynamite came on, fireworks went off, and they was like, all right, let's get it out the way.
Let's get it out the way. Yeah, that's a main event.
Yeah, let's
That's
get it
a
out the
main
way.
event match. That's cool, but did they have Kenny Omega as the last match?
No, Omega. It was Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson in the first one.
They see, to me, I just really feel sometimes they need to go back to basics. Like, that should have been
It was
a
a
main event.
non-title match, though.
Yeah, but that should have been that's a main event match.
It is a main event
That's
match.
a main event match. I don't want to watch. I don't think I should see that as soon as it starts.
Well, so what was it? Now I gotta look up what the main event was. I think the main
I don't
event
watch
was
Dynamite, man.
The main event was a title. It was the women's title match. They had a title match in the main event.
Dynamite, I feel sorry for now. I'm sorry, y'all.
I
need to be watching Dynamite, man.
You know what? No. So don't feel sorry.
It's hard
for
me to do because, like, I think what it is that I'm not ready for. I'm not used to watching wrestling on Wednesday nights.
Yeah,
I'm not used to it.
Yep.
And it's the old school side of me, but I better get off that shit.
You know what though? I'm not gonna fault you because I've seen a lot of people. There's a group meet I'm in. It took cats a long time to come over there just to watch it. I'm like, just watch it. Just chill. Like, it's different from when it first started. They were doing a lot more. We're gonna talk about why it's different.
Okay.
We actually gonna talk about why it's different a little bit later on. But since they signed a Christian, since they signed Big Show and Mark Henry and now CM Punk, and since they signed a whole bunch of veterans, they've been slowing down and having some real, even Young Bucks matches where they still have their high flying moves and shit.
Right.
But they are having some wrestling matches.
I can hear Mark Henry in the back. Yo, man, y'all gotta slow this shit down. Them motherfuckers out here flipping and flopping and dodging and dipping, which might be the next shirt. Flipping and flopping and dodging.
Be the next shirt.
Y'all need to slow this shit down, man. I can hear him saying that.
Yeah, but they had some dope matches, and the reason why they started it with that match is because AEW holds to if it's a title match, it's a main event.
Right.
It don't matter which title.
Right.
It's tag titles, TNT, women's title. It's a main event match.
Right.
They specifically had Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson have a non-title match because Bryan, and I wanted them to say this so bad. Bryan Danielson walked off the street and challenged the champion to a match.
Right.
In WWE, that would be a title match, right? That's how title matches happen.
Right.
Because they have wins and losses. And because they have records and shit, they like, you're not gonna walk in off the street and get a title match. You gotta fight. So the funny thing is, Britt Baker is the women's champion over there.
Okay.
She literally got her title opportunity because she went and fought bums on their YouTube show.
Right.
And she said it. She went on Dynamite one week and she was like, I'm going down to AEW Dark and I'm gonna fight a bunch of people until I'm number one contender. And she would fight like 2 or 3 matches, and then come up to Dynamite and show on the screen, hey,
look at my record.
Hey, I'm 12-0 now.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, that record system shit is come on, it's predetermined. Y'all got a record system. Come on, y'all.
But that's the thing. They use the records for the story.
Right.
That's what it's for. I mean, like, all the rules in wrestling are for the story.
Right.
You're supposed to have rules so you can have niggas that break the rules.
Right.
And you be like, that nigga broke the rules. I don't like that nigga.
That's true.
So that's why you have a heel be like, I'm about to just fight nobody.
Right.
Boost my record up and then have a title match and win that motherfucker.
She did the NBA 2K grinded, if y'all know what that
is. Exactly. So, but because she's so dope and because she has the whole Dr. Britt Baker DMD that the fans can chant with, people like her. Okay. And They also had what was it? The first Rampage was in one of the first Rampages was in Pittsburgh, in her hometown.
Right.
So people were going fucking nuts for her. So she's a heel. She does heel shit, but people love her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that was the thing. They had the women's title match was the main event because regardless, this past Dynamite, the TNT title was on the line. So that was the main event.
Right.
But basically they hold so far within the 2 years they've been in business, they hold to their fucking rules.
Got you.
Everything except for for counting the 10 when tag title.
Yeah.
The referee don't be counting it all and let them get that shit off. But they hold to their like storyline rules so they can actually use them.
Okay.
So one point that people were talking about with Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega, it ended. It had a 30-minute time limit. Ended in a time limit draw. Right.
Right.
And it wasn't saying, oh man, they trying to hurry up and get a pin. The crowd was so loud in there that you couldn't hear them over TV say 15 minutes, 20 minutes,
right,
or 5 minutes,
right,
45 seconds,
right.
So, and the people in the crowd were just like, yo, we heard something over the intercom, but we ain't know what the fuck they were saying.
Right.
So they added to the drama of the match. When the bell rang, everybody was like, what the fuck?
Right.
And then they came over, it was like, time limit draw.
Right.
At the end of that match, they didn't stop fighting though. Bryan had him in the label lock. He kept going at it. The Elite come jump him. Bryan has been linked with Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage, so they come back out. So it was actually a really, really fucking dope match, like really dope, straight up wrestling match. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people were talking about the time limit. Like I talked to one person, they was like, yo, if WWE did a time limit, everybody would be mad. And I'm like, well, that's because WWE don't do time limits. Like, if they randomly came out with a match that was like, yo, this got a 30-minute time limit, it's going 30 minutes.
Right.
So that also set up, so Bryan has just basically been in AEW right now. It's just like, I'm just challenging motherfuckers to matches. Like he fought Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks this past Dynamite, which was a really dope match. It wasn't even a back and forth match. Like Bryan was beating his ass. Right. But it made sense. And JR and them told the story. They was just like, Nick Jackson's a tag team wrestler. Right. Hey, they 5 minutes in. By this point, he would have tagged out by now. So Bryan's beating his ass.
Right.
So we've had some really dope ass wrestling over the past couple of weeks.
We have definitely. AEW following all cylinders. SmackDown is just crazy. Have you watched any episodes of NXT 2.0? It looks like it's good.
I have. Yeah, I watched. Which episode did I watch? I probably watched maybe the second episode after they branded the 2.0, which that was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. It had, like, you could tell that they kind of switched back to developmental. Okay. It's a lot of people that are kind of unknown right now. But I mean, the Braun Breaker, Scott Steiner nephew. He's dope.
He reminded me of Scott Steiner before I even thought of saying Scott Steiner.
When he cut a promo the other day, and I was in the kitchen cooking something.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I looked up like, when's Scott Steiner? But it was his nephew, man. It's different. It's certainly different. Tommaso Ciampa's the champion again. Bro, so, you got somebody
Scott
from
Steiner nephew.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a Scott Steiner personality on Raw right now?
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine that?
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine the Big Papa Pump right now? Cutting a promo on Raw right now?
So Big Papa Pump on Raw right now might get canceled.
I don't even know if that's PG.
He might get canceled.
Brian Killis, you a fool for that one, huh?
Well, I guess since we just winging it, we got to talk about somebody else.
Oh shit!
That has possibly been canceled or maybe not canceled.
Shit, who?
So the Dark Side of the Ring episode of the Plane Ride from Hell dropped a couple weeks ago.
Tommy, man.
Oh,
Tommy, come on, man.
I was literally about to ask if you seen that.
It was the way it was edited, man. They edited to make him seem like a bad person for saying that shit. Before we get banned from fucking 30 goddamn countries, let me say this right now. Listen to me, countries and YouTube algorithm. I do not agree with what if you watch that episode, I do not agree with what said person did. That was wrong.
For sure.
We are on a We Coming For You cast agree that was wrong. Period.
That person being Ric Flair, and that thing is shaking his dick.
I didn't say shit.
The person is Ric Flair, and the thing was shaking his dick in front of a stewardess and not letting her walk away.
Correct. You do not do that shit. I'm not even gonna laugh. That is wrong. Nope.
100% wrong.
100%.
To your point about Tommy. No, so I guess it was two people that got canceled because Tommy kind of lost some of the shit he was on. He got suspended from Impact and suspended from Busted Open Radio. But Tommy, man, I get what you were trying to say, but when asked the question to basically they say, yo, man, what do you think? Here's the accusation. Some dude or your boy got up on an airplane with a robe on, with nothing else up under it. No drawers, no t-shirt, no tank top, no nothing, no shoes, nothing.
Come on, Rick, man.
He got up, went to a stewardess, and just started swinging his dick around. You
can't do that.
But here, number one, Rick, you can't do that. Number two, Tommy, when somebody asks you about that, you don't say, hey, man, he be swinging his dick around all the time.
You can't.
That's just how he joke.
You can't.
It's a joke, guys.
That's not there. Yeah.
If you get offended by somebody swinging their dick around, listen, man, Tommy, you the homie, man. You the homie. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a little something about me.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Tommy, I'm gonna tell you a little something about me.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Under no circumstances, if somebody asks me a question,
that's not okay, bro.
Defending where another man is attempting to put his own penis,
helicopter shit,
helicopter his penis.
Hey, all y'all explained that in detail. I don't know how I feel about
that. And Tommy went in way more detail. He talked about the level of Ric Flair's endowment and all that. No, Tommy, I will never, ever comment or defend another man putting his penis somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially if that place is where it don't belong.
Yeah, Tommy. I'm trying to get this point out without explaining too much. No, I'm gonna leave it alone.
I might just put that in there anyway.
Please, just put it in there.
Please stand by. Nah, man. So yeah, Ric Flair, man. The Dark Side of the Ring came out. Basically, everybody was like, yo, we need to cancel Ric Flair. You have some people that are also saying it's Ric Flair. What did you think was going to happen? which is really fucked up.
Yeah.
Which is really fucked up.
I know JR said, because, Flair was a made man, so because he was a made man, he gets a pass. I don't think that would have worked well if that was a black person.
No, oh my God. Yes. I'm glad you brought it back to that because, okay, let's talk about this for a second.
Is it time for another one of these?
It's time for another one of these RVS rants. So we saw in the Plane Ride from Hell episode. Now, we had some people get fired. Kurt Hennig got fired. Dustin Rhodes got fired. A couple other people got fired, right? But Ric Flair was a made man for the allegations that he was spinning his dick to a stewardess. The first thing that he had his dick in a position that it could be swung on an airplane to a stewardess. Okay, that we get that we got that out the way again. Vince. You suspended Titus O'Neil for grabbing your arm.
You got a good ass point here.
Backstage. No one would have known about it if you hadn't said anything.
You have a good ass point about this shit.
You suspended Titus O'Neil for
Father of the Year.
Not Black Father of the Year. This nigga won father all the daddies.
Of all daddies. Of all time. Sorry, Black question mark. He beat you.
He won Father of the Year for the year.
Of the year.
And you suspended him for grabbing your arm and joking with you like, but let your daughter go first.
But this motherfucker, Ric Flair
swung his dick around, apparently like a helicopter.
Make it make sense, man.
Make it make sense, Vince. I don't even have to yell. This is an RVS soft point right now.
Make it make sense.
Dog. What? Excuse me. That's why, although black people are getting they shine in WWE right now. Shout out to Hit Row, who just got moved up from NXT.
Yes.
My boy Isaiah Swerve Scott. Yeah. This nigga had the United States Championship for 9 months and didn't defend it once. Because Hit Row was coming out and they was doing some cool shit. They was they rapping. They were going against the Mexican cats down there.
Right.
They were doing their thing. So now they're gonna be on SmackDown. But for all the black people that are getting they shine right now, I want all of y'all. I'm talking to y'all, black wrestlers.
Right.
I'm talking to y'all.
Right.
Just remember.
Right.
That your ass
will
get suspended for something as small as grabbing Vince McMahon's arm backstage while a whole white man can swing his dick.
That's fucked up.
At a stewardess who don't want him to.
Wait a minute. What's the motherfucker that talking about we was caping for the white man?
Manny Simpson, do you hear this?
Manny, do you hear this loud? Open your ear holes, motherfucker. Did you hear what we just said?
This is Manny Simpson. This is how you know we down for wrestling. Black wrestlers. While y'all are getting y'all listen, don't fuck this up.
Don't do it.
For everybody else.
Yep.
Don't be like John Jones. We're going to get to John Jones in a minute. Don't be like John Jones. Because if you were like John Jones, no black wrestlers are ever getting shit ever again. Ever.
Oh, shit.
I think
it's about that time.
No, it's not about that time yet. The one thing I want to talk about was a report came out for AEW. You switch back to the AEW side, right? So a report came out basically that said, Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes are all executive vice presidents of the AEW.
Okay, right.
So one of the biggest things that those cats were talking about was just like, hey man, you'll have creative freedom at AEW.
Right.
You know, you'll be able to do your own thing, blah, blah, blah. So a report came out that basically said that Tony Khan was like, so I have 100% of the book.
Right.
Let me say this. Let me back it up. Let me step it back. The report said that he took creative away from the executive vice presidents.
Oh,
right?
shit. Starting, y'all.
He took creative away from the executive vice presidents. And basically, like, Young Bucks, Kenny Omega are not as cool with Cody as they once were. Basically, like, Cody's on the outside looking in and shit, right?
They the honeymoon phase. This shit's about to, I'm telling you, money talks and bullshit walks. That shit's gonna come down to money one day. TNT,
it's down to money right now.
TNT is
and I'll tell you why.
TNT is gonna be like, look here. Yeah, well, that shit y'all was doing now. So, what else y'all about to do? Because cable stations gonna want that bread. It's fourth quarter.
Yep.
It's fourth quarter as we speak. It just started right now.
Yeah.
Motherfucking bottom lines need to be looking good by December 31st. And you know I'm not lying.
Exactly. So here's the thing. I've talked to people. They were basically like, yo, this is really bad for AEW. This is really bad because when the company started, Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Cody were talking about, everybody going to have creative control and this, that, and the third.
I knew that shit was going to change.
Here's the thing. It's not even time for a rant, but here's the thing. It's always been like that.
Yeah. It's pro wrestling, man.
It's always been like that.
It's pro wrestling.
Not even pro wrestling. I'm talking about AEW. Here's the thing. So when Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes were hyping up AEW, they were talking about creative freedom. People misconstrued that with creative control.
Right.
So people were thinking, oh, everybody's going to come in and be able to be like WCW.
Right.
So a lot of people are like, oh, that's why they're going to fuck up because they like WCW. Nah, dog. Ever since the first time Tony Khan had an interview about AEW, he was like, I write the book.
Right.
He's like, I have a creative team. I am the head of creative, 100%.
Right.
And I think that what they're talking about right now, I think the Bucks had a bunch of input. I think Cody had a bunch of input. The other thing they talked about was Tony Khan is taking the authority to hire motherfuckers from them. Right. So at first, I think what was happening within the first year or so, Tony Khan was like, look, y'all know more about the wrestling business.
Right.
I'm going to give y'all these reins, right?
Right.
AEW did well. AEW did very well. They were building up. They were doing all this. But this news also coincides with the fact, like I said earlier, AEW has been Dynamite has been the number one show on cable for the past, 5 weeks?
Wow.
Rampage has been the number one show on cable on Friday for the past 2 weeks.
Right.
If Tony Khan took the book from them motherfuckers, he's doing something right.
Yep. I agree.
So that's the thing. And like you said, at some point TNT is going to be like, hey, we about the money. TNT is about the money right now.
That's true.
Warner Media comes out with basically every time they get number one in cable, Warner Media comes out with another press release like, look at this shit. This wrestling company kicking y'all ass, bro. Look at this.
Yeah.
Dog, if Tony Khan took the book from them, good.
Yeah. Good. Because you don't need to have the what they say, the crazies running the asylum. You don't.
It makes running the asylum. Nope.
That name any organization where that works.
Exactly.
At some point, you got to split that. Now, okay. Now, I get it. If it ain't no wrestlers listening to shit, but I get it. I get like,
I bet you
what the fuck we know about this shit? Because we don't know shit about that. But I just like that's why companies have executives and you have people who work under them. It's a chain of command. That's how it works.
Exactly.
Fucking military runs. Like
exactly. That's exactly why I think. This story came out, and I think it's overblowing shit a whole bunch because they also talked about how, Matt Jackson works with his wife to do merchandising. Nick Jackson works with being the elite and getting cats over. Kenny works with the women's division and on the video games division.
Right.
Cody is working on the mainstream shit.
Right.
Honestly, if you really look at it, he took creative from them like, hey, go do the other parts of the business.
Like
you know
that.
why?
Yeah.
Because you motherfuckers are salary.
Right. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, let's be real.
Right.
You motherfuckers are salary. I'm going to handle creative. Y'all go do the other shit to help us expand.
That's true.
So when people were saying, oh, man, this is a bad look for the wrestlers coming in, nah, dog. Creative freedom and creative control ain't the same thing.
Right.
So we talked about it right before we got on the show. They had the Roads to the Top reality show with Cody and Brandy. They have this dope segment with Ricky Starks where it shows Cody working with Ricky Starks on his promo and shit.
Right.
That's the shit that the EVPs are there for, like backstage and shit like that.
Right.
It ain't for them niggas to write storylines. It ain't for none of that shit. Tony's like, yo, that stops with me. Again, I've said this before. And actually, Bryan Danielson said this in an interview recently. He said, yo, Vince McMahon and Tony Khan are more similar than people think.
Yeah, I can see that.
In a lot of ways. I think Tony Khan doesn't seem to be the but he's still also hey man, here's what you're going to do.
He's an NFL owner.
NFL owner. Bruh, he owns the NFL.
We already seen a jackass. He left St. Louis, so we already know. Not trying to call you a jackass, Tony Khan, but you can't. I don't think if you can't, own an NFL team without some type of jackassedom.
Exactly.
That might be the name of this episode.
So jackasssedom. But no, exactly. Like. That's the thing. He's got to be that cat at the top. That's like the buck stops with me.
Yeah, period. I'm the bankroll.
Exactly.
It's my money. You motherfuckers ain't put up no fucking. What money you put up? You ain't put up shit.
You ain't put up a motherfucker thing. As a matter of fact, they are on salary as executive vice presidents.
Right.
Motherfucker, you better do executive vice president work.
Right.
And that don't mean creative.
No, that means you better take care of some fucking expansion, this motherfucker.
Exactly.
The fuck? might be taking this motherfucker public too. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it fucked
And
up.
that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
So, yeah, man. A lot of people, and again, I'm the AEW cat of the show, but some AEW fans might not like that.
Right.
But don't be surprised.
Don't be surprised.
If a couple months from now there's cast in AEW that was just like, man, I was trying to work with Tony and I just didn't agree with the storyline, and man, I just didn't want to do it. And Tony was like, you gonna do this shit.
Well, you gonna go take your ass back to NXT?
Are you gonna take your ass back to development?
Damn, can you imagine when they get to the point where he can say, you take your ass back to Vince? Can you imagine how ignorant that day is when if that ever happened? Take your ass back to WWE.
Oh, question. Who's going to be the first person that Tony Khan say you could take your ass back to WWE?
You already know what I'm going to say.
Yup.
Because he pissed off, right? Well, he ain't really pissed off, but he see the writing on the wall. He might say that shit to Dean Ambrose.
He might. So,
John Mox, take your ass back over. He can say, you can take your ass over there as Dean.
Yeah. He gonna start calling him. He's gonna start calling him Dean.
Hey, Dean, what's up, bro? What you doing tonight? Dean.
Hey,
can you imagine you did that live on TV? Dean, what you doing tonight?
Hey, damn. He's like, well, shit. You want to take your ass back to Vince? Nigga? Go ahead. Go on, Cletus. Go on. Yeah, man. I think so. I think it's a toss. I'm not. He's probably not going to say this to this person,
right?
But I feel like one of the first people that's going to go back is Jericho. In a weird way.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm let me hear me out. Let me hear you out.
And it might not even be like for good. It might be a kind of a Jeff Jarrett thing.
Because Jericho will go. He'll be
Jericho will go,
like, fuck you, bye.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'll be a, hey, Jericho, we want to put you in the Hall of Fame. Come back for like 6 months so we can put you in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
I think that's really what it's going to be.
Right.
Either that or...
Because if Jericho don't go in the WWE Hall of Fame, that's blasphemous.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And he has to go in.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he has a good chance. He already did Austin's show.
Yeah.
And they heavily talked about AEW.
Yeah.
So they might do when they put Ric Flair in the Hall of Fame, he was working for TNA.
Right.
And then they just basically made Christian go back and introduce their Hall of Fame.
Right.
I think eventually, and a lot of people don't want to hear this either.
Right.
AEW and WWE are going to work together.
They're going to have to.
Eventually, and are going to work together frequently.
Right. Yeah.
And it's going to be like 1-2 months here, 6 months there, blah, blah, blah. They're going to work together. And I feel like the very first time they do is when Jericho's ready to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
They're gonna be like, okay, bring whoever fucking come over to, it ain't gonna be Roman.
No, y'all can forget about that.
It ain't gonna be Roman. Hey, it ain't gonna be Brock.
It ain't gonna be Brock.
Hey, somebody could come over here to Dynamite,
right?
Do a program or wrestle a match, do an open challenge,
right?
And then we'll send Jericho over there to go in the Hall of Fame,
right?
It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen. Yeah,
it's going to happen. Especially, it's going to happen in a way that is just like, y'all are gonna see Vince McMahon and Tony Khan on Instagram on a yacht.
Yep.
And y'all gonna be like, wait a minute.
Yep.
But here's the thing too. It's on both sides.
Yep.
I talked to, the AEW fans are just like, no, Tony Khan would never work with him. A lot of WWE fans are just like, man, Tony Khan ain't like Vince, man. He just a rich kid. He just using daddy money.
Shit.
Listen to me.
Right.
Listen to me. Yes, Tony Khan does own Jacksonville Jaguars and Folsom with his dad.
Right.
He also owns a fucking statistics company. Listen to me when I tell you that this doesn't make any sense, but it's literally just a business move.
Right.
He owns a company that specializes in sports statistics.
Right.
And then basically sells that company to the NFL, the NBA, NHL, all these motherfuckers.
That's crazy.
Like they don't have their own stats people.
That's crazy.
Think about that for a second. These motherfuckers have their own stats people.
They got their own stats people. That's insane.
So, again, Tony Khan, good businessman. Vince McMahon, good businessman.
Right.
They're going to link up and be like, hey, man, real recognize real, man. You kind of cool.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. But yeah, I agree. And eventually they're going to have to work with each other. There's too much talent. Well, like, Jericho, I mean, it's a lot of talent where a lot of their starts were in WWE and that tape library is over there. Like, You're not going to be able to take like their history they have in WWE. That's like they were playing in the NFL. Like,
Exactly. Right.
I don't think in our life. I'm sorry, guys. It's not going to happen. AEW is not going to beat WWE. It's
No,
not
never.
It's not going to.
And they're
happen.
not setting out to.
Right.
They're not setting out to.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Like it is still always and forever will be on the table. Well, no, it will always and forever be on the table that WWE could buy them out. If I mean, seriously,
Possibly, yeah. So, but here's the thing. AEW and WWE coexisting and working together works in both of their favors. Why?
Right.
Because the stronger wrestling is on TV, the more money both companies can get. That's the thing that I don't understand why people don't get. Where they just like, oh man, Tony Khan is spending all this money on superstars and all that. Of course he is. He's trying to get the brand out there.
Right.
If wrestling is strong on TV, if other wrestling is strong on TV, WWE can get more money because they wrestling on TV.
Right.
If WWE get more money, AEW can get more money because it's wrestling on TV.
That is true.
One of the best things that happened for AEW was WWE getting $1 billion from Fox and Peacock.
Yep.
Shit, they over here pulling 1 million people being the number one show on cable.
Yep.
Hey man, they need to work together to put on one big event so all of their networks can be like, you motherfuckers pull 5 million people out your ass.
Right. Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. You see what's gonna happen. All right, cool.
Right.
We want Mattel. We want these
Dude,
big,
that'd
give
be
us
crazy
Coca-Cola, nigga. Give us Pepsi.
If people could put their differences aside, it's like, look, let's make WrestleMania the true Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Everybody come on board.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out the money and all of that. Let's do this for wrestling.
I would even say this. WWE doesn't even hold WrestleMania that high no more. You want to know why?
Why you say that?
Because they go to Saudi Arabia twice a year.
That is true.
They got Crown Jewel coming up right now.
That is true. And they cashing out.
Saudi Arabia, I think, I forgot what the figure was. It's like $500 million or something.
They've been doing that for the last, 3 to 4 years now?
Yes.
They getting paid off.
And they got another, I think it's something stupid. They got like a 20-year deal or something stupid going over to Saudi Arabia. They could easily be like, WrestleMania is our big WWE thing. Crown Jewel is our big, Saudi blood money thing.
Right.
Nigga, we got this motherfucking what was it, like Starcade or whatever the fuck. Like they could come up with something brand new and be like, this is the one event every 4 years. It could be like the motherfucking Olympics.
Yeah.
The motherfucking wrestling.
Every 4 years we come together one time.
And then because AEW works with New Japan and they work with Impact and Ring of Honor, they can literally have a wrestling Olympics.
Yep.
Once every 4 years.
Yep.
Turn that and everybody basically go back to the NWA.
Yep. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to call you call that event. Synergy or I don't know what the fuck you would call it. As Synergy, Roman Reigns 1-on-1, Kenny Omega.
That would actually be lit. Roman Reigns versus Kenny Omega in Hell in a Cell. That would be lit. Man, hold on. I want to book that before it's that time. I want to book that real quick because we know like winner or loser. I don't give a shit.
Right.
I don't give a shit about winning and losing. The clash of them motherfuckers' styles.
Yeah.
Roman being the big, I'm gonna beat your ass, blah blah blah.
Right.
Kenny being the quick, I'm gonna kick your ass in the face.
That would be a dope ass match.
They might have to be the one time that they be like, all right, it's gonna be a 60-minute draw in the Hell in a Cell.
Right.
And it's just nobody wins.
Nobody wins.
Fuck it. And then everybody from AEW and WWE fight in the ring.
Right. Folks, we're out of time. We'll see you next week.
It's Synergy. We'll see you in the next Synergy. All right, man.
It's about that time.
Rated R. Could you tell them about the awards that we give out on this here program?
Well, if you haven't been living under a rock, we give out an illustrious award called the You Fucked Up, You Know Your Ass is Doom Award. As a matter of fact, I think we gave out the You Fucked Up, the last You Fucked Up, You Know Your Ass is Doom Award right here in the Castrol Syntec Studios.
In the Castrol Syntec Studios.
As you get said award, Castro will get our ass. Like, who the fuck are these niggas?
They might give us a sponsorship. Wouldn't it be dope if we had a Castrol Syntec sponsorship on the show?
don't even make Castrol Syntec no more.
They're going to bring it back. They be like, yeah, man. They be like, yeah, man, I don't like changing wrestling, but you know what change I do? Oil change. Castrol Syntec. Get my girl right with that oil change.
Hey, y'all, we showed our age. So when we watched it was Castrol Syntec, it was Skittles,
Yep.
it was Slim Jim, and it was Ico Pro.
Ico Pro was up there. And then after Raw go off, you watch Le Femme Nikita.
or Murder She Wrote.
Or Silk Stockings. They might throw Lonesome Dove in there every now and then. Bret Hart was on there.
Or Up All Night.
Oh, somebody
show my age.
Somebody was just talking about Up All Night.
But if you ain't been living on, oh God, we went off a tangent. No, the tangent there. If you ain't been living under the rock, we gave out the you fucked up, you know your ass do more. If you're around professional wrestling, you just dumb shit, or on for, particular for this show, it's not gonna be nobody from pro wrestling.
It ain't gonna be nobody from pro wrestling right now.
But if you're around pro wrestling or not a pro wrestler, you do some dumb shit. We the motherfuckers to tell you about yourself. And then, God, this motherfucker here, man. This guy is the recipient of his own award, y'all.
Yes, multiple times. And today is going to be no different. We're going to get into that. John Jones. Oh my God.
Do I need to say anything else?
You don't need to say anything else. Like we
just recrested the award to the John Jones Freedom Memorial Award because clearly, this man does not want his freedom.
He wants his freedom to be dead. He wants his freedom to die.
And then after that, if you are a recipient of a person that's able to get both, oh, wait a minute. No. Because we have the On God Name Award.
Yes.
How do you get the On God Name Award was done because Adrian Broner said he was beating the retired Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao beat his ass. And in a press conference, Adrian Broner said, I'm going to beat this motherfucking ass on God Nim. And I don't know who Nim is. Well, he lost.
He lost. Shout out to Manny. Shout out to Manny for a dope ass career.
So in the realm of professional wrestling, if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, or for the sake of this show, if you said you was going to do something and you didn't do it, we're going to talk about other combat sports.
Yes.
This guy said he was going to do something.
Yes.
And his ass clearly got his ass whooped.
He did not do it.
You get the On God Nim Award. And then finally, if you do something that's totally egregious, where you just so happen to get both the awards,
yes,
you get the honorable Nate Robinson Award of Egregiousness because Nate Robinson shouldn't have been in that ring fighting Jake Paul.
He should have been in no boxing.
RVS. Do we have to say who's getting the John Jones Freedom Memorial Award?
No, we don't have to because the namesake of the award was just like, he was like, yo, I want to say this is what happened. He heard the John Jones's Freedom Memorial Battle Royal from 2020, and he was like, look, I'm coming for that shit this year. That 2020 John Jones's Freedom Memorial Award is mine in 2021. If you think about it, he did it in October. He waited until he was like, I want to make sure
that I'm getting this
shit. Ladies and gentlemen, John Jones gets the John Jones's Freedom Memorial Award in a rare case of award inception on the We Coming For You cast.
What the fuck? How does the person, the recipient of the award is the person who named the award is named after John, man? Come on, man.
So if you've been living under a rock, on September 24th, 2021, UFC's John Jones was arrested for domestic violence.
Come on, man.
In Vegas. Now, it don't stop there. This story is insane.
I heard this is more and more details coming out.
There more details came out yesterday.
He on Fed charges now, I heard.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, UFC star John Jones was arrested early morning on September 24th in Las Vegas for domestic violence and tampering with a vehicle and is currently behind bars, TMZ Sports has learned. Our law enforcement sources tell us they received a call from Caesars Palace around 5:45 a.m. Cops responded to the hotel where they made contact with the UFC superstar. 34-year-old Jones was ultimately arrested for misdemeanor domestic violence and injuring or tampering with a vehicle.
This dude.
But wait, There's more.
Of course there's more. It's John Jones.
Y'all want to know why John Jones was in Vegas?
Why?
John Jones was in Vegas to be inducted in the UFC Hall of Fame because of his 2013 fight with Gustafsson, Alexander Gustafsson. Yeah. And that was inducted into the fight wing of the UFC Hall of Fame. The fight was inducted Thursday night, just hours before he was arrested.
Come on, man.
And that was his story developing.
Come on, man.
On September 28th.
Come on, John, man.
John Jones got on Instagram Live and swore off alcohol after the incident.
John, man, come on, dog.
So John Jones is promising to make some serious changes in his life following his arrest. And it's starting with swearing off alcohol. Jones posted a video to his Instagram story moments ago showing the UFC superstar working out.
Come on, man.
And promising to come back better than ever. The fighter captioned the post with several statements, including his decision to step away from booze for good. I have way too much drama to consume alcohol. My brain simply can't handle it anymore, Jones said. Now it's time to work harder, more harder than ever. This nigga said, the way they wrote more harder than ever. That wasn't me, the Uncle Nearest, or that was more harder than ever. But wait.
There's more.
There's more. There's more.
Good
so
God Almighty.
Basically, as they got more information about the arrest, they found out that let's see here. He allegedly now this is fucked up. He allegedly pulled his fiance's hair and then head-butted a police car.
Why?
Leaving a dent in the hood and chipping the paint.
Why? We don't know why, but why?
So, okay, here's where he fucked up, really. According to the Vegas Metro PD arrest report, cops were called to Caesars Palace around 5:08 a.m. for a domestic disturbance in a hotel room involving a white female, his fiance,
John.
who was bleeding from her nose and mouth, and a black male adult who was a professional MMA fighter. They made sure they got that.
Yeah.
100%. When the police arrived, they spotted John walking near the hotel where they stopped and detained him. Cops say the 34-year-old Jones, where'd that go? They said the 34-year-old Jones became irate and smashed his head in the front of the patrol vehicle.
Because he knew he fucked up.
Yes, leaving a medium-sized dent. Wait a minute.
There's more.
While handcuffed, Jones said he experienced a range of emotions. At one point, cops say he threatened to sue the department for handcuffing him on the biggest night of his life. The officers also claim that Jones joked about wanting to fight all the cops to see if he can fight them at the same time.
Come on, man.
But wait.
There's no more.
There's more.
Come on, man.
There's more.
There's no more. There's no more. There's no more.
On Friday, October 1st. That was Friday, October 1st.
There's no more.
John Jones and his fiance have seemingly kissed and made up following his domestic violence arrest. The UFC star just posted a video of the couple sharing a smooch on Friday. Sharing a smooch on Friday. And if the video is recent, it's clear that they're moving on from the incident.
Oh, they're trying to get a check.
He shared the romantic moment to his Instagram page minutes ago with the song "Stay With You" by John Legend playing in the background.
Going to fuck that money up.
So here's the thing.
Come on, man. This ain't got nothing to do with wrestling. We talking about it.
It ain't got nothing to do with wrestling, but we made it have something to do with wrestling because we named this award after him.
Yeah.
But he showed out so much that he got the damn award himself.
Yeah, his own award.
Nigga. Like John Jones. I know you're listening. Bro. But nigga.
Yeah, man.
The fuck are you doing?
That's not a good look, man. What's going on, dog? You jumping up to heavyweight. You want to go fight. You don't mess that bag up.
Exactly.
Fighting Ngannou, man. Don't mess that bag up.
Yes.
Dog. Go get that money. Then go retire. Because if you're the heavyweight champion, there's nobody who's beating you.
Exactly.
No one. I don't see it.
and that's the biggest problem with John Jones. That's why we named the award after him, because John Jones is arguably the greatest UFC fighter of all time. Greatest MMA fighter
of all time.
He has all of the skill. I mean, possibly even better than Silva.
I would say so.
That's what I'm saying.
I would say so.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like, bro, why the fuck? Why the fuck are you fucking this up?
I don't know, man.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man. He need to go sit his ass down. You need to sit your ass down, John Jones. It's time for another one of these rated R rants. John Jones, sit your ass down.
Sit the fuck down.
Sit the fuck down.
John Jones, who the fuck are your homeboys?
Sit your ass down.
Who are your listen, John. Rated R and myself. We will be your homeboys.
Sit your ass down.
We will listen. We will give listen, John Jones, email us. WeCominForYouCast@gmail.com.
Sit down.
We will be your homeboys.
Go sit down.
Whenever you have an urge to do something, just do anything. I don't care. It might be like, yo, it's 3:00 in the morning. I want to make me a sandwich. Email us first. Just email us first, and we'll be like, you know what? That's cool.
You need to sit your ass down, John Jones. Please, please, go get that bag from Nagano. Sit your ass down. That's it.
Please sit the fuck down.
Just sit the fuck down. Sit down.
That's all we ask.
That concludes Rated R Rant.
Now, so we have other awards that we're giving out here.
God almighty.
I'm like, should we even say we got a Nate Robinson award?
I got another award.
Oh no, you got another award.
I got a
What
couple
award
of. Let me see. Let me see. No, this one qualifies to. You know what? I'm not gonna mention him because we would get flack from this.
Yes.
I'm not gonna mention what I'm gonna talk about.
Yeah.
I'll tell it to you off air.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Because we would probably get flagged for this one. But the second person that gets the On Goddamn Award, since it's boxing,
Yes.
you said you was gonna be heavyweight champion of the world. AJ boxing, you got your ass whooped by Usyk. Anthony Joshua gets the On Goddamn Award. Why? Because he said he was going. Well, he was supposed to win his fight.
He was supposed to.
He fucked that bag up against Fury.
Yes.
Or Wilder, whichever one.
Exactly.
He fucked it up.
Either one. He did. He fucked it completely up.
I think he's a little overrated. I said it. He hasn't. No, when he comes to United, he hasn't fought any heavyweights from the United States. And if he has, I don't know what their record was. I don't think he's fought anybody worth a caliber of a person besides. And no disrespect to Andy Ruiz, but the person he fought more that's got the exposure and the name quality was Klitschko.
Yep.
He fought Klitschko. He fought an older Klitschko.
He fought an older Klitschko, right.
And Klitschko almost knocked his ass out.
Exactly.
But he still held on. I don't think Anthony Joshua's fought anybody.
No.
Dillian White, yeah.
Exactly.
But when Wilder was making his way up in the WBC in the United States, Anthony Joshua to come over. And on top of that, Anthony Joshua, when he had the opportunity to fight Wilder, he didn't do it.
Exactly.
And Eddie Hearn knows why. Because Wilder would have knocked his ass out.
Clean, smooth. Ouch. Smooth.
Like this dude, Usyk, that he just fought. Usyk dissected this cat.
Yeah.
It was a wrap.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So, Anthony Joshua, man, you fucked up the heavyweight division.
Thanks a lot, man. You fucked that big ass pay-per-view. And but now you want to fight Wilder. Oh, I'll fight. He said, I'll fight, And then he thinks Wilder's gonna win with Fury. I think Wilder's gonna win with Fury just based off of I hope he here's the thing. Yeah. I hope Wilder wins. He needs to. He has to win. With now Usyk being the undisputed the unified champion.
Right, the unified champion.
He's not undisputed.
Right.
Wilder needs to beat Fury.
Yes.
He needs to, because I don't want to see Fury and Usyk fight because it's gonna be pitter-pat technical fight.
Exactly.
That's what it's going to be.
Right.
It's going to be boring. It's going to go the whole 12 rounds.
Exactly.
I want to see Wilder blasting somebody's head off.
Exactly. Exactly. So, should we do the Nate Robinson?
It's a couple of people I have for the Nate Robinson. But I'm not going to mention one. I'm going to mention one because it's mainstream. Y'all know R. Kelly wrong for that. R. Kelly, you get the Nate Robinson Award of Egregiousness. 9 counts. Sorry.
Are you ready?
9 counts. I got loud. 9 count. What was it? 9 counts? Well, how many counts?
He has more federal cases, basically. Yeah, it was 9 counts just in New York.
He going to jail.
He going to jail. he going to prison.
Yeah.
Prison. I mean, he already in prison, but he going to prison.
So I was told by a reliable source, I'm not going to mention who you are, but I was told like when celebrities go to prison, they don't go to like population because they'll get killed. So they'll go to like solitary or whatever the fuck. So R. Kelly's going to be unless he's one of them cats that, you know, feel like he about that life. I don't think he is.
He is not about that life.
I don't
know.
Prison.
Think about how much they're going to make that nigga sing.
Where can they find you at?
Now I know somebody's got a birthday tonight here in jail. I'm RVS, but you can find me at Franchise 06. That's FRANCHICE 06. Rated R, man. Tell them where they can find you at.
Well, you ain't gonna find me. It's in jail. But you can find me at R8 TD_. On all social media platforms.
Yes. Hey, make sure you follow the week. See, this is again, every time y'all let us in Castrol Syntec Studios, man, we ain't got no sense. Follow us. Make sure y'all follow us at WCFYcast, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We Coming For You WrestleCast fans on Facebook, man. Hit us up on there. Email us at WeCominForYouCast@gmail.com. Comment on this YouTube page, man. Let us know what you think of this shit, because this shit wild. And also, last but not least, hit us up, ProWrestlingBlack.org.
I don't have anything to say. You need to just go off. Just go off.
Hey, we out of here. Peace.
His very first move as the executive was to sign Lamar Odom, who was on crack, on crack, on crack, on crack.